Greetings, friends. This is great. It's me, Wayman, and I don't know if any of you caught it, but yesterday Jesus Freak had a video up where he said, "Do atheists want Christians to be homeless?" And I watched part of it. It was just awesome. And then I came back and I watched the whole thing. And then today it's gone. It's completely gone. But it's funny because in the video, Jesus Freak was riled up by some skeptics and atheists about his possessions, and he came on and he doubled down, and he's giving a long list of all of his finances and how he's fiscally responsible and whatnot. But this is great. And with all seriousness, we know the big problem of mega churches. Huge amounts of money go into these churches. Huge amounts of money go into elections, and it's great. So I find it fascinating that Jesus Freak would come on and do that and double down at that and then take the video off because common sense kicked in and he was like, yo, maybe that wasn't a good thing to say on camera. I better get that off there. But doing my own Bible study here, and I decided to go in my Bible and cross out everything that maybe Christians maybe didn't believe, because Jesus Freak strikes me as the kind of person who would pay his tithe all year, like religiously, and then go to the church treasurer and be like, hey, can I get the end of the year amount, and so I could get a tax deduction? That stuff's great. So Jesus Freak was doubling down in that video. He was going off, and then, he took it he took it down. But I don't know, friends. These kinds of people don't want Jesus to come back. Bad day for them when Jesus comes back. Because there's an excellent example, and these are the ones that I'm crossing out. There's a lot of good stuff that I need to cross out in here, which, it doesn't matter, according to Jesus Freak. Matthew 19, 16 to 30. This is great, because pretty much goes against everything that Jesus Freak said in that. I knew it. So I'm going to read it out of the old KJV, if you will. And behold, one came and said to him, Good master, what good things shall I do, that I might inherit eternal life? And he said to him, Why callest me good? There is none good but God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. Wow, that's a strange thing to tell somebody. You're supposed to quote him Romans 10, 9, and 10. And he saith unto him, Which? Jesus said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And the young man saith unto him, All these things I have kept from my youth, what yet I lack? And Jesus said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. So I could cross that out. Awesome. I love Bible studies like this, friends. So I guess that's found in Mark 10, 17 to 27. Luke 18. I'll get back to that later. Oh, another good one. Definitely the story of Lazarus and the rich man. That's Luke 16, 19 to 31. So I'll be able to mark that for crossing out. So, awesome. New Testament's getting blacker and blacker by the day. But in all seriousness, friends, I think that this is a huge issue because we cannot pick and choose when virtue calls us to do things. And I think that's a big mistake that many Christians have. And as atheists and skeptics, we're allowed to hold them accountable. Because if we didn't, who would? Apparently, God and Jesus is not. So, we do, friends. We do have virtue. And even though Christians might say that there is no standard for skeptics and atheists, it's by virtue. And something as simple as paying your neighbor's electric bill when you know he doesn't have the money will go a lot further than giving tithe to some church, because you're directly impacting lives. And what really irks me is when all these churches, oh, we need to print Bibles to third world countries. You can't eat Bibles, friends. Can't eat Bibles. So, doing something practical like that goes longer than giving it to some megachurch fat cat. So, be well, friends. And remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.